Yeah, welcome to the school, a school from the town Kerteminde. This place tells a lot about how children would go to school and how they would live in these times. In 1809, they would have to learn how to read, how to write, how to calculate. They would need to learn religion. Of course, there would be a Christian religion at this time, or in Denmark, and a little bit history and geography. So a little bit of science also. And after that, you would get your confirmation and be a citizen of the market town. It was allowed at this time to use corporal punishment. So if you didn't answer correctly or if you were lazy in school, you could be punished by the teacher. Also, you could be punished for something that your parents had done.
Oh.
If you were the child of a shoemaker and the teacher had shoes by the shoemaker and he thought, well, this takes a lot of time to make those shoes, he would punish the children. The people living here would be widows from better families, like merchants' families or priest families. They would be able to write a contract and be assigned to have an apartment here. They would get a bit of money, and they would also have to do some good work for the community. In the beginning of the 19th century, a woman called Madam Bunkeflod, not a common Danish last name, Bunkeflod, she lived in here, and she took care of the children of the local area to make sure that they also learned something, those who didn't want to go to school because they were punished. They were able to come to her house and learn both how to read and write, how to behave, and especially also how to use their imagination. And he ended up as Christian Andersen. So he came in this house, in this building, when he was a child. He lived on the other side of the street. His father was a shoemaker, and he did not like to go to school. But he liked to come here, and he even wrote a poem, a collection of poems called The Light, which was a symbol of Madam Bunkeflod, because she was the light in his life that made sure he learned how to use his imagination, how to behave in upper class groups. And he's also quite known for being able to nag and say, well, do you have an extra bed, or can I get something to eat? He knew how to get these things done and to be quite nice to upper class. Also about the town pigs. Normally they would roam around the street, but this time he earned a lot of money for making coffins. The mortality rate was quite high. The child mortality rate at this time was in 16%. And nowadays in Denmark it's around 0.04, so it's quite low. But there are also quite different times with illnesses and suffering from hunger, and definitely not making many people went to...
Let's see what happened.
How can I tell you? Perhaps you could kindly point to the picture in the book in front of you to show me where it hurts. Then I'll be able to prescribe a suitable remedy to ease the pain.
Solve and clear all the worms and thick mucus from your stomach. Take 1 spoonful every hour, every second day, until you get some movement. However, I must warn you that this mixture can affect the timing of your menstruation and induce violent vomiting. All in all, you have to be cautious about prescribing Christmas rose to sensitive patients.